Hello, this video is on how to draw this particular shell. Of course, I'm working from a photograph, but I would appreciate it if you worked from your actual shell sitting in front of you in this same orientation. So how you're sitting, set up your shell so it looks exactly the way it is in this photo, and that way this demonstration will help you the most. When I draw this, I'm pretending like this shell is right in front of me, even though it isn't, okay? First thing you want to do is hold up your pencil and get the axis. The axis is this imaginary line that goes through the center of your shell that lines up all of your depth and lines up all of these basic shapes on the shell. So if I were to copy this, boom. But I can do this standing with the shell right in front of me and figure this out the same way, if that makes sense, and replicate it in my sketchbook. Next, we've got a basic shape here. This is tricky, but you're a great artist. I know you can do it. I've got this blob here. It's the blob, right? Then I also have a cone. The point of the cone is at the end of the axis. This overlaps, the body of the shell overlaps that cone, so I got to keep that in mind. Okay, now I also have this point at the end. This is telling me where this point is. Isn't that amazing? That axis goes right through that shell. Okay. Next thing I have is this spiral. Here's the end. And I have these things spiraling around. Here's my negative space. I'm using what I learned from blind continuous line drawing, basic shapes, and negative space drawing to figure this out here. Not worried about those dark lines here, but it is kind of helping me see the form, isn't it? This is this, and then this is the line that all of these things are going to line up on. I'm automatically making these bumps bigger as it gets closer to me. I can't even necessarily see that on my shell. I can fake it though. And then how many of these? I've got the point here, then I've got this, then I've got this. And I believe I positioned these incorrectly. So I'm going to go down. Okay. And then I have another ring. So what these basic shapes are doing for me is they're allowing me to see the depth and where these circles are all landing. Now things are getting exciting because now I'm using what I'm learning in negative space. I've got like another kind of shape here. Look at what I do with this. I'm looking at the negative space and it's a circle. And then it's another loop here, but not as big. Blind continuous line drawing. Look at this depth I'm creating. Now, right away, I'm seeing that this distance is pretty far. If I were to continue, oh, wow. If I measure the object in front of me and bring that angle over, really not all that bad. And there it is. What is going to determine the form of this is when you start shading, and all of this gets shaded. But this is your basic shape drawing. Thanks for watching.